Welcome to session 6 of Don't Just Sex It, 10X It. I'm Dr. J. David Taylor, and we are looking at redefining glory in marriage's latter days. Let's get started with session 6, where we will be talking about emotional oneness and spiritual intimacy. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24 says, "And they shall be one flesh." Matthew 18:19 states, "If two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that they shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father, which is in heaven." Many marriages have physical contact but lack emotional connections. Others pray together but have little soul level intimacy. But the marriages that 10x their joy, 10x their unity, and 10x their legacy are those that press into emotional oneness and spiritual intimacy, the kind of deep spirit-fueled connection that hell cannot break and heaven celebrates. So let's explore how to cultivate this oneness, where affection flows freely, hearts are knit in safety, and God becomes not just a part of your marriage, but the center of your love. 1. Emotional oneness, becoming naked without shame. Genesis 2:25. "And they were both naked and were not ashamed." This isn't just physical nakedness, it's emotional transparency, vulnerability without fear, honesty without hiding. It's being fully yourself and fully embraced. But many couples are emotionally clothed with performance, with fear, with bitterness, with pride. See, emotional oneness is choosing to open your soul even when it feels risky. See, real intimacy says, you can have all of me, not just my body, but my fears, my dreams, and my scars. So for 10x activation, share your highs and your lows daily. Ask, what are you carrying that I haven't seen? Practice heart check-ins without fixing, just presence. 2. The power of emotional safety. Proverbs chapter 31:11 says, "The heart of her husband does safely trust in her." Safety is the soil of oneness. You cannot be emotionally naked in a space that shames. When you cannot go deep in a place that mocks. I'm going to say those things again. Safety is the soil of oneness. You cannot be emotionally naked in a space that shames. You cannot go deep in a place that mocks. See, safety is created when you listen without judgment. You validate without correcting. You stay when it's messy. See, the safest marriages are the deepest ones. So for 10x activation, eliminate sarcasm and criticism. Celebrate vulnerability. Thank your spouse for being emotionally open. 3. Spiritual intimacy. Praying, partnering, and pursuing God together. "If two of you shall agree," Matthew 18:19. See, there is nothing more powerful than a married couple in spiritual unity. Hell trembles when you pray. Breakthrough comes when you agree. But spiritual intimacy is not automatic. It must be pursued intentionally. It looks like praying over each other, speaking scriptures together, declaring God's promises over your future, worshiping and repenting together. So for 10x activation, set a daily or weekly prayer rhythm. Lay hands on each other before starting your day. Pray bold, specific prayers for your marriage and your family. Barriers to oneness. 4. To build oneness, we must remove what blocks it. emotional numbness. This is caused by shutting down for too long. So you must invite curiosity back into your relationship. Another barrier is spiritual insecurity. One spouse feels less spiritual. Let's invite the spouse, not compare. Another barrier is busyness. See, depth requires time. So therefore, we must prioritize soul care together. And another barrier to oneness is unconfessed sin. Oneness dies in secrecy. Confess and walk in light, according to 1 John chapter 1, verse 7. 5, pursuing oneness in the latter days. See, later in life, spiritual and emotional intimacy should multiply. You survived storms together. You built history together. Now it's time to dig even deeper together. So ask these type of questions. What part of your heart have I not touched recently? What does God want us to build next? How can I love you better in the season that you're in? See, 10X marriages is oneness in every area. Oneness in body, oneness in mind, and oneness in spirit. See, your marriage is not a contract. It's a communion. So let love go deeper. Laugh deeply, cry freely, pray boldly, dream wildly, forgive quickly, listen patiently, and touch tenderly. When two become one, God commands blessing. And when you are one in spirit and love, nothing is impossible. So don't just love in word. Love in presence, love in prayer, and love in power. Thank you for joining us for session 6 in Don't Just Sex It, 10X It, where we are redefining glory in marriages latter days. I look forward to you in session 7.